What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another football video. Today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions as we enter into the halfway stage in the Premier League. It means we're looking at match day number 19. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links there in the description. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Do let me know your predictions in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. They're going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with all the latest football scores, match information, match statistics, match analysis and so much more. Not just limited to football scores and information, by the way. It's got you covered for all the sports that you guys love to follow, all in one place, all in one app. Very highly rated, free to download. Do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. And anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So having a look at match day number 18, I've got no correct scores, but 5 correct results with 5 incorrect. Not my best performance, so just a 2 out of 10 I'm grading myself. So having a look at Boxing Day, I had Manchester City down as 1-0 winners. That game finished 1-1. More points dropped for Manchester City, one win in 13 games now for Pep Guardiola's men. Where are they going from here? What do they do? What's the solutions? We'll see. Man City are always notoriously pretty much stronger in the second half of the season than what they are in the first half of the season. And boy, this season do they need that more than ever. Now moving on to the 3 o'clock games that we had on Boxing Day. I had Bournemouth down as 2-1 winners against Crystal Palace. Very boring game. Finished 0-0. I had Chelsea down as 2-0 winners. Weren't too far away. It was 1-0 Chelsea for a long period of that game, and then Fulham came up with a couple of late goals in a smash and grab effort and managed to pick up a huge 3 points at Stamford Bridge. Huge result. Anyway, I had Newcastle down as 2-1 winners against Villa. That finished 3-0. Newcastle really starting to find some form and looking good now. I had Spurs down as a 1-1 away draw against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest continuing their good form, looking like they're going to be Champions League contenders certainly, and potentially even going to secure top 4 football potentially going into the second half of the season. They're looking good. They've got very little distraction, and at the moment they just seem to grind and pick up really good wins. So yeah, very much the surprise package for this season. I had West Ham down as 2-0 winners away at Southampton. That finished 1-0. West Ham went a million miles away. I had United down as 2-1 away winners against Wolves. That finished 2-0 to Wolves. A great result for them. Again, they're just starting to find their feet now. I had Liverpool down as 4-0 winners against Leicester. That finished 3-1. And then on Friday, I had Brighton, Brentford. Couldn't decide between them, so I put that down as a score draw, 1-1. That finished 0-0. And then Arsenal against Ipswich. I thought it would have been much more comfortable for Arsenal than what it was. I had them down as 4-0 winners. That finished 1-0, but 3 points is 3 points. And as I always say, when you're trying to compete at the top end of the Premier League, you've got to be able to 1-0 games, which Arsenal at the moment are capable of doing. Now, moving on to match day number 19 on Sunday, 29th of December. Final games of 2024 and the first game covered in 2025 in the Premier League. We're going to start off first, though, on Sunday, 29th of December in the early-ish kickoff at 2:30 p.m. GMT at the King Power Stadium. We've got Leicester City taking on Manchester City. That game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. In the UK, I really don't know what's going to happen in that game. Normally you'd think Man City are going to win that game, but City's run of form and confidence looks shot. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Leicester take points off City. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Leicester beat Manchester City, if I'm honest. City's away form over the last couple of months has been inept, so I don't know what's going to happen, so I've gone with a 1-1 draw. Anyway, moving on to the 3 o'clock games. Crystal Palace taking on Southampton. None of these games at 3 p.m. are being broadcast live in the UK. So Crystal Palace against Southampton. Couldn't separate them, so I'm going for a score draw by 1 goal each. And then Everton against Nottingham Forest. Everton grinding really well. Very good at keeping their defence very tight and stopping teams from being able to create opportunities. And at the moment, with how high-flying Nottingham Forest are, Everton are going to be thinking to themselves, they want some points here. The best bet of doing that is playing exactly like how they played against Arsenal, picking up a 0-0 draw away from home, against Chelsea at home, picking up a 0-0 draw, against Manchester City, they went behind, found the equaliser and then just shut up shop, again, seeing it out and getting another draw, and I'm going for another draw there for Everton, and I think they'll keep a clean sheet, so I'm going 0-0 for that game. Fulham against Bournemouth, I'm going with Fulham to follow up their great win against Chelsea away from home with a home win against AFC Bournemouth by 2-0, and I am going for Tottenham to get back to winning ways by 2-0 against Wolves at home, and boy does Ange Postecoglou really need to win that game. I reckon Wolves end up picking up the 3 points at Spurs Stadium. I think that might be the end of Ange Postecoglou. We will wait and see. Then on to the evening game at 5:15 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. It's the East London. It's West Ham taking on Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to pick up the 3 points. I think they'll be too strong for West Ham, and I'm going 3-1 winners for Liverpool. Now moving on to Monday 30th of December, all evening game starting off in the 7:45 p.m. GMT kickoff times. Both these games are not being broadcast live on TV. You've got Aston Villa taking on Brighton and Hove Albion. Going for Aston Villa to pick up a nervy 3 points at home against Brighton by 2-1. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Brighton come away with some points, maybe even the win at Villa Park. And then at Portman Road, you've got Ipswich Town taking on Chelsea, and I'm going for Chelsea to get back to winning ways, and I'm going 2-1 winners there for Chelsea, but I feel like Ipswich need points and potentially needing a win there. So we'll see. I reckon Chelsea win that game. And then the final game of 2024 at Old Trafford, you've got Manchester United taking on Newcastle United at 8 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports, and I'm going for Newcastle. Is it a surprise if Newcastle win that game? I don't think it is. I'm going Newcastle to win that game by 2-1, and Manchester United's poor form to continue once more. And then no games on New Year's Eve, which takes us on to New Year's Day, the first game of 2025, and closing match day number 19 in the halfway stage in the Premier League is Brentford taking on Arsenal at 5:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on TNT Sports, and I'm going for a score draw for this one. I think Brentford will be well up for it. I'm going 2-2 between Brentford and Arsenal to drop some more points as Liverpool look to assert themselves as very much title favourites heading into the new year. So there we go. They have been my predictions. Do let me know your predictions in the comments below. Do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.